Hello friends and welcome back. This is episode 67 of our Terraria 1.2 Let's Play, and today we are doing, well, kind of the same thing we were doing last time, but I have to say we've been making more progress than we had ever made before, and I'm really excited to think that possibly we are within maybe one or two more runs of maybe getting all the way through this whole thing, this whole ordeal of the Pumpkin Moon. I have made a few more optimizations, and today is going to be about that, and it's also going to be about showing you that I've also done a little bit more purchasing. I've gone up and finished out, well, I made another Spectre armor so I could have it on display here. This is probably a little bit superfluous and not necessarily something I needed to do, but I wanted to do it anyway so I could have the whole line up here. I also made the Tiki armor, or rather bought, because that actually comes from the Tiki man who lives over in the jungle swamp, and he only sells you this stuff once you get the pygmy staff, so there's going to be some potential fun with summoning creatures and trying to get all of that stuff together. I also bought the accessories that go along with that. There's essentially two of them that give you bonuses to damage and ability to mess with summons. And then I also built this guy here. This is basically the stuff you could make from the wood that drops from the Halloween moon, the hollowed, what am I calling it? The freaking pumpkin moon. The thing that I've been doing hundreds and hundreds of times here. And I've got all of that extra stuff over here. The spooky wood, that's the word I was looking for this whole time. You'll see I also built a bunch more pumpkin moon medallions, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about for doing a few more encounters. And I'm thinking if by the end of this episode maybe I don't get all the things I need, maybe I'll just go ahead and do some of this off camera and just finish it out, and then we can get right to the good stuff later. I also have all the potions I might need for a little while going forward. Bunch of, well, swiftness probably the least one that I need, but I've got magic power, mana regeneration, thorns, and iron skin, so I'm going to be dealing and receiving different amounts of damage being augmented in the way that I need. I've got my Raven staff ready to go. I don't know, did I summon my Raven? I did not summon my Raven. Let's get my Raven out and have him bouncing about. And you'll also notice down here in my accessories, a bunch of you guys mentioned that it was kind of silly to have two mana things. The other one was that I had the magic mana flower in a bottle thing. That one was apparently not necessary, so I replaced that with an Angry Sorcerer emblem. I didn't get it up to menacing yet, but that'll probably require a few more platinum that I haven't put in. It only took me 3 tries on the Wall of Flesh to get one of these to drop, so I was very fortunate in that respect. And I've put my magic potions up in my hotbar, that way I don't forget about them going forward. So I should be able to just take a look up there. If I need one, I'll pop one, and that'll be that. Out of all the stuff in my hotbar, probably don't need the hatchet really at all. I mean, I could probably replace that with something better, but maybe I could put the rainbow gun there and try and have that also DPSing everything. But yeah, we've got the Nimbus Rod, which we're going to cast in the pit, because you guys told me that's really the best way to go about it. We've got our Staff of the Frost Hydra for extra damage over time. Mythical Inferno Fork in case dudes get bunched up together. Same with the Magnet Sphere, and of course our Godly Leaf Blower, which yes, I did reforge that as well. Got the best stat bonus on it, the best prefix. It only took me like 3 or 4 tries too, so I got lucky in that respect too. Anyway, why don't I go in my magic accessories section here just so we can have a look at the things that I bought. Also, the Hercules Beetle, this is the thing I was mentioning with the minion summoning. Increases damage of your minions by 15%, knockback of your minions, and also the Pygmy Necklace, which increases the max number of minions. And I think there was even another accessory or some kind of item I had somewhere in my inventory. I don't remember what it was, but I think that also augmented our summons too. So there's potentially different builds we can take with that. I'm going to grab the rainbow gun out of here if I remember where I put it. It should be around here somewhere. Where did I put my rainbow gun? So lost. There's so many items in my inventory, man. That's the one thing I keep forgetting. Like, every time I want to go find something, I'm, like, hopelessly lost here. This is disturbing me. Okay, well, I'm going to figure this out, and I'll meet you guys for the fight after a few moments after a break. My bad, it was actually right in here. I accidentally left it in with the melee weapon somehow. I must have swapped things a few too many times. Anyway, rainbow gun is here, safe and sound. So, there we go. Alright, we are back, and we are getting close to time to fight the Pumpkin Moon again. Now, you'll notice I actually just went ahead and put a grandfather clock here, because I got kind of sick of not knowing what exactly the time was, and then missing out on a few precious moments of fighting times. So, you know, now we've got that problem solved, and I'm pretty excited. I think this is going to be a good fight. We've got the leaf blowers pretty much ready to go. With all of this extra damage, having another Angry Sorcerer emblem stacking on top of the Destroyer emblem, we're getting almost an additional 20% damage, and I've noticed with, not sure if it was with a crit or if it was just close to standard, but I'm doing like, yeah, it's like 70, 80, sometimes over 100 damage on a crit, so it's certainly going to power this guy down. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway, so I think it's pretty much time. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I think we caught it on the actual first moment for once. So let's pop these suckers down. We're going to go ahead and grab the buff off of the crystal and let these guys filter in. They know what to do. Hop right in the pit and let me take care of the rest for you. And then we'll just, we'll toss a rainbow in here as well. Oh, like that. Not the other way. That wasn't doing much. Alright, so I think that might have been a record time for a first wave. We get another rainbow through here. Yeah, that really does destroy them, doesn't it? I also reforged the rainbow gun a few times, too, so now we're dealing with demonic rainbow gun with a 16% bonus to damage, which I think is also going to help us out a bit. Pretty much everything is now reforged at least a little bit. And this should allow me to, with this huge damage bonus, I should be healing like a beast, which is really all I could ever ask for. And should keep me in the game, and in the event that I don't stay in the game, well, then we'll figure that out afterward. Somebody had mentioned maybe moving the nurse in the little shack area that I had built next to this arena, and that's not a terrible idea, except I just wanted to kind of leave her separate, just because I think it's going to end up that she's going to be killed an awful lot, and I didn't really want to see that happen. Kind of frustrating when you lose an NPC and then you got to wait for them to respawn and all that. Plus, I seem to be trying to do these fights reasonably rapid fire, at least that's the goal anyway. I was sort of wondering, like, with all the patches and all the time that they've put in developing this, like, how come we never got, like, an Ocarina of Time so we can make it be night and day all of a sudden? That would be really nice. Looking at that morning wood and its health bar, look at it go down. Wow. That was quite a sentence I just said. Also, yeah, I think we're going to be much, much better off in this fight now. I feel like we've got a real chance at this point. Let's get another rainbow going if we could. I don't even need to use this explodey gun that much. The pitchfork is still great. I mean, having the extra dot damage of it, you know, having the burn on top of it is also really nice. And the more things that I can have passively eating away at things' health, the better, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure that's a reasonably solid opinion to have, right? Wouldn't you agree? Just gotta watch my health, and my mana's also been totally fine for pretty much the whole fight so far. If we get another rainbow in here, that would be nice. Alright, well that was kind of a... there we go, that's a better one. I say, that was kind of a lame one. Yeah, I just want to get this... this morning wood is like... that's a lot of health, man. I don't know what the deal is with these guys. Yeah, it's 12,000 health per, and the wall of flesh, if I remember, was like 8,000 total. And this is just, like, not even a boss. This is just an enemy that shows up all the time. In this case, I guess it's sort of like a mini-boss, but still. Alright, we've got Pumpking. Should be showing up. I should probably pop on my buffs. Look at them all go. And now we should be ready to roll and rock. Both of which are things that I like to do. Let's get another rainbow in here so we can continue to eat away at these waves as fast as possible. We'll pop down another one of these hydras, and we'll get some more of these in. Alright, now comes the challenge. Can I heal faster than I take damage with the extra 20% bonus? I'm not sure if that's still the case, but that's alright. We're just going to stay down here, wait for him to come back, continue to roll around in circles, and I think we'll be just fine. Not too worried. I've been trusting the Spectre armor more than ever. I don't like when he does that scythe move and they come shooting out of nowhere. Oh, I am actually running out of mana, but I'm restoring it really, really fast. And I did also just fall in the pit for just a moment, which is enough to get basically a full restore on all my stuff. I think this wave's going to be over in just a moment. Don't want to get too far away from all my buffs and stuff. Alright, there we go. Let's pick up everything off the ground just to make sure we're all still good. Another Pumpking right back, right on time. That was a lot of damage that he just did. If I could get a few hearts, that would probably be a good thing for me. Horseman is in the pit right now. He should be taking lots of lava damage. I really like to get my passive stuff in again. Oh god, that was a little bad. Really gotta watch when I go underneath there, because those ball traps are really wild. I know people were saying I really need to work out that capacitor issue so I can basically shoot straight down below me and not have the ball traps get in the way. I just haven't felt like that's a huge priority because I feel like with the amount of extra things I have going in my favor, probably just a matter of time until I sort this out. But if I still have too much trouble, of course, I can address that. Right, there we go, another Pumpking down. Let's get a rainbow in here, maybe? And there's another one. Probably pay attention to what wave we're on, because I kind of don't really know, but I do feel like we're making substantially better time. It's really been amazing to me quite how much you have to really optimize to be able to do this. Like, even at what I thought was endgame, I was still, like, only 30% to the point where I actually needed to be able to actually compete in this situation. You know, I got maybe a little bit cocky from having so much good luck with Plantera and such. Which basically I just didn't really hit much of a skill wall with that boss in particular. But I think that was just largely to do with me being somewhat geared for that when I got to it. Alright, Pumpking, man, you're going down. One more, ready to bite the dust. There he goes. Let's not walk through the spike traps, please. There's another Pumpking. This is wave 11. We should be getting drops at some point, or at least there's a reasonably good likelihood of it. I could probably hit the clock here just for a second. See, we're at 1:31 a.m., so we've actually still got a bunch of hours left. I think this run ends at like 5:30 or 6:30, something like that in the morning. So we've been making really good time. That's what I'm proud to report. Health's still coming back pretty fast. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. Probably didn't need to, but I want to stay on top of things. I want to get the rain clouds back in if I can. I just don't really have very much time to do that. Alright, they should be raining properly now. And I also need to get my turret in. There we go. A rainbow would also be great if we could fire one of those suckers off. I don't know if that's going to make good contact with enemies, but I'm hoping it will. Alright, I'm kind of losing time here. The rainbow I wish stayed on the screen a little bit longer. Still, not bad. Did that drop anything? Can't really tell. I really need to get in the pit, but these guys keep triggering it so often. Not really going to get a chance to do so, am I? Alright, there's another Pumpking. I mean, it's really just best to keep farming this guy and not worry so much about everybody else, because this guy gives you like 150 points, which should pretty much advance a wave nearly every time, I think. And I want to get him to try and stay right in this rain cloud as much as I can. I think with that, I should be getting a ton of heals. A few more passes. You might notice also I took the stinger out. Somebody had mentioned in a prior episode that that might actually be costing me more health than it was actually doing in damage, so, I mean, I kind of want to avoid taking damage on myself whenever possible. And although it was fun, probably not necessary. This seems to be getting the job done anyway. Alright, let's get some hearts. I just want to bounce right through the pit real quick. Wow, that was crazy. I actually took all the damage there, and I didn't even see my health go down. I think my buffs have all pretty much worn off, so I'm going to hit B again for another round of that. I am standing right inside of all the things that are killing me, so let's move. And this is a double Pumpking fight that I think I'm going to actually come out of victorious, provided I can keep my mouse pointer over the enemy that I'm firing on. Okay, well, we've got another one now. I think we're still fine. One of these should die in any moment now. Okay, I think it died. Yep, okay, it died. My inventory also might be full. I can't really tell you right now. Things are a little bit chaotic in case you haven't noticed. I'm going to pop 2 more rain clouds up above for a little bit of extra damage. Did I actually pop the rain clouds down? I can't even tell. I might have been selecting the wrong thing there. That's no problem. Let's do that again. Regardless, I got the turret up, which is also really important. What are we doing for time right now? Is it almost over? 4:30 a.m. Where have the Pumpkins gone? Is it really already over? Because if this thing ends this early in the morning, geez, I don't know how much better I really could do. I didn't even die this time. Alright, I do see something down there that's a drop that I don't have yet, so there's that. let's look through inventory. I don't think I got anything at all from all of that, which is really dumb. But I did get this scroll, if I could get in there. As soon as this guy's done, I'm going to actually shove a couple of magnet spheres. Alright, no, we're fine. Kind of don't want to jump into that. That might actually kill me. There we go. It's a necromantic scroll. I think that's a summon thing, if I remember. Let's go back to the house, and we'll go sort out our inventory. We actually had plenty of room left, by the way. Umbrella hat. And I also wanted to show you some pets that I forgot to show you last time. Spawn point set. Well, I did actually mean to do that. Not really, I'm kidding. Let's go over here. So we've got, first of all, a spider egg that actually dropped from last time, and I also bought a tiki totem. So let's go outside and we'll summon a couple of pets to see what they look like, because I haven't actually checked these out myself yet. So spider egg, kind of creepy. I'm going to be honest, not a huge fan of that one. I mean, some people are super into spiders. If that's your deal, no judgment here. I'm just not necessarily myself. So let's switch that then out for the tiki totem. Oh, it makes a little floating tiki head. I like that one much better than the spider. That's kind of cool. It's almost like a 3D mini Andross with hair. I don't know. Alright, so now we've got a couple more pets. And I didn't realize you could actually keep the tiki totem and also the raven out at the same time, so that's kind of neat as well. But I'm not sure I need that many things cluttering up my stuff. Can I have the wisp out as well? I can. So I can have a light source, and I can also have a fighter. So the Rash Necromantic Scroll increases your max number of minions, increases minion damage by 10%. Alright, so it's equipable. I guess this is an accessory, yes? Yes. Alright, so another thing for the pile, if I ever want to do a summoner build, which could be a lot of fun. I think I'll probably experiment around with that at some point. But I think that's actually all we're going to do for today's episode. I know we're going to keep it kind of short on this one. I'm sorry for that. But I think what I'm just going to do is do a little bit more farming of the Pumpkin Moon off camera when I can, and just see if I can get the last couple of things I need, being the Bat Scepter, mostly the one thing I tried to get. I feel like I'm definitely within striking range of having like a really good run where maybe I can optimize a little bit better somehow, get a couple more rerolls on inventory items, and maybe get a little bit of extra damage that should push me over the top. Because I think if I just had a little bit more success, I could see myself getting through Wave 15 by myself. Everyone was saying there's no chance, you're never going to do it solo, but no, I think I actually am. I think I am. I know the Frost Moon, though, is substantially harder, so I am sort of taking that under advisement, and that one also has more waves, and I don't know if it's quite as time restrictive. But if it is, then that scares me a little bit. But we'll take that as we get to it. Maybe next episode, if we have success, I will just move on and we'll go ahead and conquer that, or I'll come up with some other thing that we can investigate in the interim. But for now, I think I will bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. Be sure to leave your continued support and any suggestions. I do still value them, even though we are nearly at the end of the entire experience now. There's just a few more things that I need to farm up. And then we'll pretty much have gotten just about everything that I care to get. Oh, and I also wanted to do an episode on fighting the Dungeon Guardian, which is probably going to require a lot of planning, and I would sort of look at that like a possible bonus episode. Like, I'm not necessarily guaranteeing that I'm going to do that. Also, I need to farm up potion stuff and dyes, too, because I have not nearly enough dyes to make all of the good stuff there. So, like, the bright rainbow dyes that take just about everything. And that's going to be a long time. I don't even know what's a reliable way to get dye materials, and not really that big of a deal either way, but just one of those things that I wanted to get also done. But I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely night.